Welcome. I'm your host, Jesse Sawyer, nationally recognized inclusive fitness trainer, Silver Sneaker Flex instructor. Find out more about me. Visit my website, www.jessesawyer.com. Today, Silver Sneakers, yoga, enthusiast, balance, exercise, Moonflower, part 3 as we move to the left. If you haven't taken part 1, subscribe. If you have taken part 1 and haven't taken part 2, subscribe as we move to our left. This time we're going to move to our right. That's how the Moonflower becomes balanced. A lot of us think of the Moonflower as just being stationary, but I'm adding a twist to it, and I'm making us move to our left and back to that center in part 2. And part 3, which is today, I'm making us move to our right and then back to the center. So what's going to happen is, one, you're going to be working on lateral movements, you're going to be working on hip hikes, you're going to work on external and internal rotation of the hip, dorsiflexion, flexion of the knee, and then hip flexion as well, as long as work on those glutes, those hamstrings, balance, you name it, engaging that core. You got it all, but you got it all right here. So please subscribe. Now, typical position for yoga, Moonflower, is you're going to take that left foot, you're going to put it towards the 11 or the 10. I put mine towards the 10, and then you're going to take that right foot, and you're going to put it towards the 1 if it's towards the 11, or if it's towards the 10 on the left, you're going to put it towards the 2, and that's a clock, and that's the right foot, that's a 2. And you're going to be able to shift, right? You see how I just shift back and forth? And that's how you want to start the movement, right? It's like a little hip hike, it's a little lateral movement, and then the next part is you want to just lift those arms up. Wherever they might go farther in front, they might not have the greatest flexion because you got discomfort of the shoulders, but we want to be able to lift those arms up. Pronate, neutral, supinate, however you want those hands. I tend to have them like I'm high-fiving someone with the high 10, pronated position, and I'm taking my inhalation here. And then I'm exhaling and I'm descending and I'm pulling and retracting. That means I'm pulling those elbows back, shoulder blades are retracting, and I'm driving those elbows down as I descend. Again, in part 2 and part 1, I recommend that some individuals take a chair and place it behind you so that when you go and you fatigue those quads, those glutes, and those hamstrings, you can just take a seat, and then you're going to send up. And then exhale as you sit. Now, this is the typical Moonflower. No balance necessarily needed for this one, just great depth. But when we go on the next one, we're going to drop down and we're going to go to our right. We're going to move without moving that left foot. So you inhale, you shift, you externally rotate, you drop, and you sit. Now, that's going to be difficult for some. Some of you might have to hold onto the chair to do that. Nice inhale, lift up, internally rotate, sit it down, and exhale. The goal is to try to keep those feet nice, good, neutral position, and that if you look down, you're still in a 10 and the 2 position, even with that move. And as you can see on my left side and right side, there is a discrepancy, but I am shifting, I am externally rotating, and I am coming down nice and easy. Landing on that heel first. Nice inhale. Coming forward, landing on that heel first, and then bringing that toe down. Lift up. Land on that heel. Bring that toe down. Control that motion. Heel. Now, for some of you, you might have to hold onto that chair, and you might be lifting, and you might be slamming down. You just want to look at this foot placement. As you do that, slam down, right? It might happen because you're working on balance, heel, toe, and you're working on movement, and that left leg of mine right now is wearing out as I descend, but those hips are getting stronger. And again, if you struggle with depth, If you struggle with ankle flexion, put a book underneath your heels in the neutral position. When you move, that one foot is going to come off the book. So you're still going to have that deficit. Continue to work on it. Continue to get better. This was part 3. As you can tell, I've done 1, 2, and 3. It will fatigue you.